Today, we're going to talk through this loaded college basketball slate, find some winners on the ice, and let's please cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Disney adults scare the shit out of me. They need to be put on a list. Look, you go on a family trip to Disney every once in a while, once a year, sure. As long as you're not rocking the Mickey Mouse ears and you don't got the satchel with the pins,
you know
we're okay.
All got those, dude.
Yo, Rav, you buying back in?
He says he thinks he's buying back in, which means fades.
Wow.
Steelers. Again, this system is 100% profitable. Those do not grow on trees, folks. So if you want to get involved, all you got to do is fade a Steelers fan. Find a Steelers fan, number one. Number two, fade them. Cereal is one of the fakest sharp foods you can eat. Big Breakfast is forced cereal down our throats for years, and I'm on to it. If you don't see me on this show tomorrow, you know who did it. It's Big Breakfast. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 854 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pikkit Sports. If you're not using Pikkit Sports to track your bets, to check splits, to line shop, check out the feeds or the other 100+ features on that glorious app. What are you doing? Change that right now. Download Pikkit right this second. Don't wait any longer. Download Pikkit Sports right now before you forget. Use promo code Bookit. Start using Pikkit. Start tracking your bets over there today. All right, they do all the work for you. You just sync up your books, and next thing you know, your bets are tracked right there on Pikkit. So, Pikkit, we appreciate you guys over there at Pikkit. Great app. Jovan, Goots, how we doing? Happy Wednesday.
Up and moving, just like Sade Weibit with an early 5.
Wow.
Shout out.
That'd be Sade.
I feel terrible. I cost Sade a 3-man last night. Yep. I was hosting the spaces yesterday, the Crab Trap. He came on. He said he needed to hit a 3-man to make the trip down here to Dallas. He put in his square. It was free as heck. Trey Carroll less than points. Didn't even come close to hitting the over. We took one shot's nasty square of the Eon, which was AJ Green, more than threes, I believe. And that smacked in the first quarter or first half. I believe first quarter, though, is what he DM'd me. And then Jovan, I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and put Mr. Trey Green, less than 2.5 threes in there. I mean, he splooged.
He's Curry.
That name, too, maybe it's the name that gets me to want to fade him so much. Trey Green. Less than threes. His name is literally making threes. Trey Green, right? 3 green. And I want to fade him so bad and make coins, but he just soars over his prize pick square every single time. Every single time.
Unreal.
Sade, I apologize, my man. That's on me. If you're willing to run it back and give it one more shot today, be down to craft up another 3-man, see if we can get you down here to Dallas for the Super Bowl. Okay? W. Sade, appreciate the 5-unit sub whale. Chat, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys hit more bets than me last night. Can't buy one right now. Krabs decided to tail the board review on their King of the Board pick, and it lost. Krabs a more shit gambler than Trent's. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate it, my man. W's. Let's go ahead and recap the squad ride from last night. Let's talk about that. Let's get that over with.
Just.
Shit play.
Shit play.
Not enough
Shit
meowing.
player.
I'll say it.
What's up?
Not enough meowing.
Not enough meowing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should have meowed a little louder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
Kyle B coming in with a 110 stream streak. LMNG coming in with a 35 stream streak. W gents, we appreciate you guys. Yeah, guys, this one's on me. I apologize. We could not be more due. I mean, it's not, even in doubt at this point. I'm cold as ice. I don't think I've ever been this cold for a month like I have been over the last month or so. It's brutal. It's brutal. One thing you're not going to get from me, you're not going to get a quitter. Not going to take any days off. Not going to give up. Not going to lose hope. Not going to change. Not going to, throw in the towel, wave the white flag, whatever you want to call it. We're going to show up here every single day. We're going to work our butts off to fix whatever's going on right now and find you guys winners. Whether it's college basketball, Super Bowl, NBA, NHL. That's our job, is to provide you guys winners. Make you guys better sports bettors. Okay, help you hit prize picks lineups. Help you hit more plays on the books. That is our job. Right now, we are not doing it. I apologize. We are going to get this ship turned around. Stick with us. Bear with us. I apologize. One thing you're not going to see is a lack of effort. You're not going to see any days off. You're not going to see any quitters. Okay, we're going to work our butts off to turn this ship around, figure it out, and put some money in your pockets again like we've been doing for the last 4 years. Okay? Keep it in perspective. I know it's hard. I know it's been a tough stretch. Okay, it's brutal. I'm absolutely, pockets are bleeding right now. My pants are red. Pockets are absolutely bled. Okay? It is what it is. Okay, we're not going to give up. Not going to take any days off. Not going to lose any hope. Just going to keep grinding and find you guys winners. And it starts today. It starts right now. Because I'm tired of losing. I don't like losing. I don't lose a lot. Okay? In life, I don't lose a lot. I don't like this. Fucks in my head, pisses me off. Feel bad I'm letting you guys down. Okay? Enough is enough. Today we stop the bleeding. Today we win. All right? With that being said, sharp report recap from yesterday. Jovan, great work. 3-2. We take it. Nothing to do backflips and cartwheels about, but we take 3-2. Great job.
Yep.
Great
job. Kappenberg there. What an
Yep.
insane ending in that game.
Rare Krabs Burke.
Super rare. W.
Rare Krabs Burke.
I'm almost kind of pissed. I mean, not because of that bet, but I don't know where I stand in the weekend game now. So I want Marshall so bad. But the fact that Miami, Ohio didn't cover again before that game is a little concerning.
I mean, they might not cover again.
Hoping not. So at least this next game here.
All right. Yeah, pretty disappointed. Can you put this back up there, my plays, real quick? I got to go over how dog shit they were. Drake, terrible bet. You could sit up here and make excuses. You could say, oh, they had it, they blew it. No, shit bet. Davidson, shit bet. Plus 8.5.
Well, that one.
Shit bet. Again, Goots, you know I'm not an excuse guy, man.
I know.
I know where your head's at, but shit bet. You know why it's a shit bet? Because it lost. Plain and simple. Not the type of guy to say right read, wrong result. Not the guy to sit up here in my soapbox and say, oh, that one should have came through. Davidson should have covered. They didn't. Shit bet. That's on me. The prize pick squares, absolute joke. An absolute joke. It's not all right. Because all right soared over his PR, or his PA, excuse me. And Karl Anthony Towns didn't play the entire fourth quarter. As a Wizards fan, should have seen that one coming. I talked about how that one was going to be a rout. How did I not put it together that they were going to beat the brakes out of the Wizards? So much so that Cat wouldn't even play in the fourth. And let's be real here. That square was never hidden from the start. Terrible first quarter. He got going in the middle of the game, sure. But the Wizards are so bad that Cat didn't even step on the fucking court in the fourth quarter. Should have seen it coming. Talked about it all day yesterday. I like the Sixers on the spread. Stupid. Bad play.
To be fair, he also did take 17 shots. So, I mean, he should have hit it in 3 quarters anyway if he wasn't the shit. That sucked.
Yep. Tax picks get involved here. For a Jovan wheel option, has to buy a propeller hat and wear it on stream for a week. You're talking about a little Chode fan hat?
A propeller hat?
Chode fan hat.
You know what those are? Like the rainbow hat that has a little propeller on the top. You
like
spin it.
The guy on Up, I think he wears it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you even buy propeller hats?
Oh, you can definitely buy
I'm
propeller
sure you
hats.
can buy those.
Yeah, we can find those.
Sure.
I want to shout out Gilbert Arenas' son real quick. There's no reason they should have won that game when Baker Mazzaro went down.
Yeah.
Shout out USC. Shout out to Must Bus.
Yeah.
That was an electric game.
I told you, Goots, keep your eyes last night. So
He had
keep your eyes
29.
on zero.
He had 29.
Keep your eyes on Arenas. He's
Yeah,
him.
He did also take a billion shots, but
he did.
He did
He
his
kind of
job.
had to.
Yeah, he had no choice.
I mean, they don't have Rodney Rice all year. Chad Baker Mazzara, who's 30, might as well be some of those players on the team's dad. He went down. He had to jack shots, right? And he is Gilbert Arenas' son. So it's in his DNA. He's going to jack shots no matter what, whether he should or not. So cool to see him balling, though. Cool to see him just playing. Not only because he's Gilbert Arenas' son, but because he was in a crazy car crash like a year and a half ago. He was in a coma for a little bit. They didn't even know if he was going to survive. And a year and a half later, the dude's playing on the court for the Trojans, a top 30 program in college basketball. Crazy. Freshman, by the way. Freshman. Had what, 29 last night?
29.
Him.
Goated.
Him. All right. Can we all put our phones in our left pocket today? Got to change something. Lancer, I already do that. Is that not normal?
Normal for lefties.
Is that
Yeah, I
normal for
guess you're
lefties or
Yeah.
contrarians?
That's fine.
I already typically do that. Okay, maybe I got to put it in my right pocket
People
today.
who put their watch on the right wrist, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Should or.
Nah.
Well, Goots, when you're left-handed, you're supposed to do that.
I guess.
No, it's not a guess. It's what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Supposed to be on your non-dominant arm. I guess back in the day, fucking people had to throw spears and grab on to shit with their dominant hand.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they started that trend. Did they even have watches back then?
They might have had to cut
In the
some. I don't
caveman
know.
era?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe like a little
Yeah,
piece of string or something.
Maybe.
Okay.
A little manual sundial.
All right, are we spinning this wheel or what, man?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
We got to recap kicking the board here first. Nice. 3 losers across the board. Get that shit off the screen. Yeah, we got to get a wheel up and moving. Yep, fading Krabs is up. That's right, Miguel. You should get involved. Start fading. If you guys want to fade, feel free. Please, go ahead. Go ahead. Fade away. Fade away like Kobe Bryant hitting a buzzer beater. All right, fade away. Good luck. Because this cold streak is not going to last. Okay? And you'd be buying or you'd be selling at the lowest point probably for crab coin. Okay? Let's go ahead and get that wheel up and moving. There it is. Boom. We probably got to unless Jovan wants to run a half marathon or take UVA to win the Natty, which I'm sure he'd like to take UVA to win the Natty.
He would.
To be honest. Pretty pissed at Goots. Not going to lie, Goots. Pretty pissed. Sit down in the living room yesterday, and Goots is like, yeah, I nuked UVA. Like, Goots, man, we don't bet UVA in this house. He did, and he reaped the benefits.
That was free.
That was free.
Free.
Good basketball program down there in Charlottesville. I'll give them that.
Yep.
I'll give them that. They are.
Great program.
Yeah, Jovan, I mean, that's not even a punishment for you. That's actually a reward.
No,
So we got to probably take that one
treat. That's a treat.
off. I mean, do we just clear this whole board, or is there anything on here you'd want to keep?
Caddy for Trent.
I can't exactly see it.
Okay.
It's like super blurry.
Okay.
But I know I can
Probably
make
just
out
restart then.
I can make out the tail nod pod for a week. That
Yep.
can stay, but I don't think anything else is too relevant to me.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to do a spicy wing challenge,
Caddy for Trent for a day.
caddy for Trent for a day. Unless you want to buy an Aaron Judge bobble. I don't know why anyone would ever want to do that.
Could be a
Okay.
good bobble.
Chat, drop some recs. Chat really wants Long John Silver's food review on the wheel, although we've already kind of dealt with that with Rav.
Yeah, you've already done that.
Yeah, I'm nominating one. Thanks, Richie.
What do we got?
2-unit Meg on Lamar MVP. Or 5-unit Meg.
Fuck, man.
5-unit Meg? Jesus, Scoots.
Yep.
Horrid. That's probably the worst one no matter what.
You thought Jovan hated Lamar now? Just wait till he locks in that wager and then he doesn't win the
He's
MVP.
always going to hate him, man.
I
He
mean,
wins
yeah.
a Super Bowl or cures cancer. He's still bad. Propeller hat?
Rising said he wants you to break a watermelon with your legs.
That has to be. In February?
What kind of
It's February
question
4th.
is that?
We're 4 days in, dude. That has to be.
Yeah, I'm putting him in timeout for that. That literally has to be. I didn't think I put that together until after I said it.
Nah.
How
Risings, we'll catch you in 10 minutes, brother.
Nah.
We'll catch you in 10 minutes. That's gonna put you in the bin. Jovan, I'm sorry.
That is true.
Do you want us to take a sip of
Maybe
V8?
Jovan V8. Jovan V8 into the office next week.
It's like a show. We have V8 bottle ready, and every time you say take a sip, he takes a sip.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
You got to get one of those V8 big bottles, like the family bottle.
Yep.
You got to bring it into the
Okay.
office next week.
Okay.
Jovan chop on stream. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Trent's not even doing that. Trent's full Super Bowl card, dude.
Trent doesn't even bet that many plays in the Super Bowl, dude. He takes
I
the
guess he
favorite.
was-
Yeah, he
and-
just nukes the
He doesn't
favorite,
nuke it
and
like, I'd honestly, the
favorite nukes,
Super
like, the coin
Bowl,
toss.
I consider myself a pretty responsible gambler. I don't really like to deploy 10 bets on one game, but the Super Bowl is
I
where you
should.
you take the rule book, you throw it out the window,
You should.
right? That's kind of where and I love the idea from Degen. I saw he's doing, what is
30
he
for
doing?
30. He's doing 30 props.
30 for 30, 30
Yeah.
props
What if I told
in
you?
the Super Bowl, which is just a great name, great idea. That's what the Super Bowl is meant for. It's meant to have some fun, to throw some darts. That and the Natty, I feel like, are the only two games where that's the scenario. But Trent doesn't usually get involved on the weirds. Does he even bet the coin toss?
Yeah,
He bets the coin
When I
toss.
bet the coin
He
toss?
usually has like one. He has like I think
Okay.
last year he nuked the coin toss when they were or when you guys went there. He had the Rihanna thing. It's really like his
Oh, yeah. He likes the
side.
halftime show. He
it's
likes
his
the
side,
halftime
and then he
show.
nukes like one other novelty thing.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, his units are so fat, he probably doesn't even want
Yeah,
10 bets out there, which I
if
honestly
You've
understand.
got 12 racks on Mahomes. I mean,
Yeah.
what else do you need to sweat?
Yeah.
The tail Winter Olympics play that I give. Okay.
Ah,
Dale Goots' Olympic cake.
Might be free.
Good big.
Olympic gig. It's
What else,
crazy.
Chad? Any other recs for the wheel?
Dude, I saw 1v1 versus Trent in basketball. I'd love to do that, but just like the cameo, there's another side of that deal that is not happening.
Yeah.
Trent ain't doing shit.
People want the propeller hat.
All right. Are you cool with the Chode fan hat?
I guess. I feel like that one's stupid.
Such
but
a weird
if they
one,
want
but
it,
they really want it, so we'll put it on there for the people.
I feel like that one's not even that much of a punishment. Just looks kind of dumb for a week.
Take
Yep.
the Orioles every day for the first week of the season.
Nah. Good God, man.
I like that one. Let's put that one on there.
It's gonna put me in a home.
O's ML every day for a week.
I'm sick.
Got the S.
So sick. Literally so sick.
What else would be good for Jovan? Let me think outside the box here.
Yeah, it's so much easier with Krabs because Krabs has so many different things. He just every part of his life is contrarian.
Play the show until you get a no hitter.
My God, I feel like I could probably do that.
Yeah. With Kyle Bradish, you could.
Yeah. Kyle Bradish, Shane Smith.
Yep.
The dude, Jovan has to wear a Maryland shirt. He has to get a Maryland flag
We're
shirt.
just doing a bunch of punishments for me.
It's literally all Goots related.
We can keep it to the two we already have.
Okay.
Nah, man,
J Huff ladders.
that's a treat.
That's a treat.
He's not fading Shane Smith. Kyle, come
Yeah,
on.
I kind of already backed him. I don't know if no Sorsby's not even feasible, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be. If you thought I've ever glazed somebody or some team extremely hard, you just wait. That's like the pinnacle of glaze this year.
How about this? How about you got to get a Chipotle burrito with just extra pinto beans?
Bro.
Okay.
You got to eat it on stream.
Bro.
So it's
Pinto-
just the
pinto bean
tortilla with
burrito.
beans.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
A tortilla,
that could be-
extra beans. That's it.
Just a bean burrito.
Okay.
Just
okay.
beans.
Bean.
Obi says I have to host a special surge stream. Yeah, I guess I am the only one that hasn't done that. You can put that on there.
Special
Okay.
surge.
Okay. I hope the V8 one wins, man.
Am I keeping Trent Caddy on here?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Break hobby box and give away the hits. Do you have you fucking
Was that $700?
swimming in piss? Depends on what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
But yeah,
You pull a
draft $750.
black 10 Carson Williams, give it away.
Steve, this is for some reason yesterday, Jovan said if we put Cat in the squad ride poll and he doesn't go over his points, he'll spin the wheel. And now we're here. Now
Yeah,
we're
it's
here,
nice.
and Cat didn't
How do
even
you
play
go?
the fourth.
Steve, you got a punishment? B's gonna say something.
What do we got right now?
nuts.
1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more, chat. 2 more. 2 more. Inflatable
We do.
T-Rex costume to the Super Bowl party? That one might be too short notice. That I don't know how quickly
Yeah.
the turnaround is
Yeah,
for
Party City.
T-Rex fits.
I got Party Cities in Texas.
All right.
Party cities is just.
What do you mean 1v2? Beeve really just wants a rematch.
Yeah, it really does.
He
because
really
you
wants to
have
get back
the-
out there on the court. Beeve,
You have the cover hanging over his head now.
I know he's butthurt about the cover, and I make sure I bring it up to him every time we talk. Beeve, remember when I covered against you and you played college basketball? I haven't played since 8th grade. Remember when I covered in a 1v1? Remember when I hit 2 spinning fadeaway mid ranges to start the game? That might be a Hall of Fame Krabs moment, hitting those back-to-back mid-range fadeaways.
I was actually just.
Remember that?
I have to do a BTL versus Beeve and somebody 2v2.
I was literally Dirk. I'll be
Legit
like,
Dirk.
it's a lose-lose for me to do the rematch because I'm already kind of like still riding that high from covering against you.
Imagine if you win though.
I mean, that would be insane. But like, the odds are like he'll probably play a little bit better. Game 2, he'd probably want to play somewhere indoor where he's not just absolutely gassed. I mean, he was toast.
Toast.
Legit toast.
And I'm in better shape probably now than I was then, but it's a lose-lose for me because like I've already covered against you once. Playing you again, it's almost a sure thing that you're gonna get your lick back, and I don't really know if I can get in better.
But
I don't
then
really know if I can put up a better performance.
if you
out there on the
cover
court.
if you cover again, you cement your legacy. You're good.
Sure, but like I don't know if it's worth the risk for me. I might have to just take my win and run.
Yeah.
And Beeve knows I'm right. Yeah, he
Yeah,
goes,
he
I may
does.
win 15-0. Yeah, so is he coming pissed off?
Jovan, I say we add the no hitter and run it with 9.
Okay. Down for that.
In for that.
And we'll be the show.
Beeve, I
no-hitter.
know that is a me guy move. That's a rare Krabs me guy move. But yeah, Tournament gets it. It's not worth the risk for me after I already covered the first game out of nowhere somehow, right? It's not really a smart move on my end, but we'll see. We'll see. I do succumb to peer pressure a time or two. All right, Jovan,
Let me know when you're ready.
you ready?
Go ahead.
Rip it.
Funniest part is he can't even see the wheel, so he doesn't even know.
Lamar 5 you make. Lamar 5
I
you
can
make. Lamar
see
5
it.
you make.
It's super
Oh,
blurry.
V8 sip
Hey,
stream.
V8 sip stream, folks. Go hit the grocery store. Grab the biggest V8 you can find. The worst part is they're going to be room temp.
Room temp.
Yeah, they're not in the fridge. They're just
Dude, I
in
can't
the
even put it in the
aisles.
fridge.
They're not in the fridge. You got to find them in the aisles. There's a whole V8 section. They got the V8 electrolytes version. They got the energy drink version. They got the different flavors now. They got a whole wall of V8 for you. They got reduced sodium. They got all these different options, Jovan. So you pick your favorite big old bottle. You bring that puppy in next week, and you're sipping on that puppy for 5 days.
No,
I'm sick.
we're doing a stream where every time you tell them to take a sip, take a sip.
I thought we were doing a whole week.
You can
I thought it was just I have to have it on deck.
have
and
it on
do that.
deck, and during a stream, you just decide like take a sip,
Yeah,
take a sip,
yeah.
That's fucking
take a sip.
just, man.
Okay.
That is actually just.
You could get the energy one. See if it gives you a little pep in your step.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't
I'll
know
eat
if they make
something.
the big ones of that though. So you gotta do some research, do some labbing, go do your grocery shopping, and I'll see you in the office on Monday with a nice big bottle of V8. Cool.
Yep, that should be fun.
All right.
Thanks, Cat.
Chris said, "Get the energy one. It's fire." Wow. Yeah, not an ad, by the way. Not an ad. I'll tell you what is. How about Manscaped? And how about the old beard hedger? People sleep on the beard hedger. I'm about to try this puppy out this weekend. W Beard Hedger. I got to trim up the beard a little bit here before the Super Bowl. We've got the body buffer, the GOAT, all reliable. You're using this puppy every day. If you're not, that's kind of gross. That puppy will last you for years, plural. Okay, and it's not expensive. The body buffer is goated. Manscaped is goated. They got anything you possibly need as a guy in that department. Manscaped has you covered. Up here, down there, they got it all. They got feet deodorant. Manscaped has really broadened their reach. They've expanded their products to pretty much getting you right on any level. Okay, they're going to take care of you. W Manscaped. We'll get you guys a promo code here soon. So don't buy any products just yet. Okay? But W Manscaped, WBTL partner, we appreciate you guys at Manscaped. And I'm telling you guys, the products are high quality. High quality. This is no Temu ordering something for $20. And it might work, it might not. It'll probably explode while you're using it, right? This ain't no Temu product. This is a high quality product across the board for Manscaped. And they got everything for every facet of your grooming process. W Manscaped. Okay? Bless you, Goots. W
Thank
Goots.
you, Goot.
All right. Thoughts on the NBA trades yesterday? Yeah, real quick. Do you have any thoughts on the NBA trades? I kind of like the move for the Cavs.
Yeah, it's just like it's a good move for the Cavs. Obviously, Harden is Harden. He's still doing it at this age. I can't wrap my head around, and I say it knowing damn well this is what happens with James Harden every time. Like the Clippers, maybe they're not going to win anything or get anywhere by the end, but I think there's something else going on than just James Harden wanting out.
Okay.
It's like they started to play like really good ball. They won like whatever the 15 of 17 games that one guy on Twitter was talking about. He would have to literally print out his tweet and eat it if they did that. They did that. And they're playing well, and they probably would have made it to the play-in or playoffs. I still think there's something other than James Harden just not feeling good about that team. I think there's something that we're going to find out behind the scenes, whether it has to do with Kawhi either not being fully healthy or enough to make a playoff run, or maybe that little suspension thing is coming sometime soon to the point where it's not going to mean anything for them to play good ball right now. I don't know. I think we're about to find out something about the Clippers. So that was my thoughts on that. The rest of the trades were a little odd. The Bulls are starting to finally offload and kind of rebuild and blow up that team, which they probably should have done a little bit ago. Good trade for the Celtics getting Vooch, even though he's not like a real big, but does the job for them. They needed one bad.
So hoping the Wizards were going to move Chris Middleton. I don't know if anybody wants that contract. We still got another day, though, right? There's still a little bit of time. So, okay. Yeah, I think the Harden move is a good move for Cleveland. He still has a little bit of gas left in the tank. Darius Garland in the playoffs just goes ghost. He's a turnover machine. He can't hit a shot to save his life. So they're trying to make a run here. Their team is stacked. They got some great big men. Now they bring in a veteran scorer who has plenty of playoff experience in James Harden. I like the move for Cleveland. I do. Looks like they're going all in this year. See how it works.
Yeah, as they should.
Yep. All right. W. Matt Gauthier stream streak. We appreciate you, boss. W. Pat Burke as well getting involved with your 3 stream streak. W. Gents. We appreciate you guys. Okay. Awesome. They also said they did not think Garland was doing everything he could to stay on the court. Interesting. They said that after the fact?
Interesting.
Huh. They're calling him lazy a little bit? Okay. Interesting.
Oh, yeah,
I don't like when teams chirp after the fact. And I don't like when teams don't keep that stuff in-house. It's kind of petty, but I guess they're just trying to give some reasonings as to why they're trading a younger player who has more longevity in his career and bringing in Harden at the end of his career. But that's kind of weak from the organization, but that's also weak from Garland, if that's true. So, all right.
Yeah. Shout out the Jazz, too. What are they doing?
I don't know.
Forgot about that trade. It's just like
I don't know what they're doing.
I was stunned at like the reaction of that trade. Like people were so excited all over Twitter about how the Jazz just got JJJ. It's a huge piece. Like this is a team that's 15 games under 500, sending 3 first-round picks for the one position on the floor that they very clearly have their future at. I don't understand that at all. Like Laurie and JJJ is fine, of course. Like it's gonna be great, but I really don't understand that. That was odd.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what they're building out there, to be honest. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough yapping about the NBA. Okay. We'll circle back, maybe. See what plays you got cooking up over there. Yeah,
Sure.
we'll circle back to the NBA. We'll circle back here, chat. So stick with us. What's up?
Not that trade. I said we'll circle back to that first trade.
Yeah. We'll talk about a team tonight playing after making a big old trade. All right. W's, let's hop in, guys. Real quick, before we get to the sharp reports, if you have not already RSVP'd to the Super Bowl, we only have like 13 spots left. I'm looking right now. Yeah, 13 spots left to RSVP. Please only RSVP if you're actually coming. Okay? 13 spots left to RSVP for the Super Bowl party. It's filling up quick. If you're local, awesome. Join us at Backyard in Dallas for the Super Bowl an hour before. If you're not local, grab a flight. Plenty of options, plenty of flights going on this week. 2 airports down here in Dallas. Make the move. Okay? I promise we will not be pissed off, or it won't be weird if you come up, say what's up to us. If you're coming in from out of town, it would make our day. Still trying to get Sade Whiteman down here. But we got to hit another Prize Picks lineup. So, guys, please make the move. We only got a couple spots left. Make sure you guys RSVP. W's. That being said, let's hop in. Let's talk about some winners for today. Okay? Do we have a yap today or no yap today? No yap today. We got people everywhere. We got Rav heading out to Arizona for the Waste Management Open. We got Trent playing golf right now, filming a video for content. A lot of stuff going on. So no yap today, unfortunately. This will be your last stream on the Bookit channels here in W board review before BTL today. Great work, Degen and Steak. Let's go ahead and move and groove. Let's talk about the slate for today, Jovan. And I want to get the party started on the ice. Okay? Give me Florida. Ooh, now they're catching even more steam. They were minus 135 earlier. Now they're minus 145, which I like more, but I don't like eating all that juice, which kind of sucks for a sharp report play. But I do think it's a winner. You got the Boston Bruins overperforming out the wazoo this season. They're playing great. They're 32-20-4. They've won 3 of their last 5 games. They look like they're much more in form right now. They're looking like a better ball club than Florida, which is not hard to do. And we kind of sniffed this one out, right? After winning, back-to-back Stanley Cups. You know how hard that is to do that in general, let alone win 3 in a row or be competitive for 3 years in a row and be a top dog in your sports. It's almost impossible, right? You almost never see it. So we knew some regression was looming for Florida, right? I don't know if I thought it would be this bad, especially of late. Jovan, they've lost and have not covered their last 4 games in a row. So they're struggling right now, Florida is. And luckily for them, they have an opportunity to right the ship on TNT tonight on prime time after losing to Buffalo 5-3 in their last game. They get to stay at home. Are they going to lose 3 home games in a row? Jovan, that's pretty hard to do for any team in the NHL. Typically, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, and I'm not seeing this team losing 3 in a row at home, on prime time, on TNT. Stop the bleeding. Get the boys fired up. Get them riled up. Big game tonight against the Bruins. And these 2 teams have gone back and forth. Have had some great battles over the years. And I think Florida gets the better of the Bruins in this one, coming off of 4 straight losses. I'll back the Panthers to right the ship, to get a big-time win on the ML at home on prime time. And I'll back playoff Bob to lock the hell in. He has not been locked whatsoever. We'll talk about him in a little bit here, but I think playoff Bob is on his head tonight in the net. We'll talk about that more when we get to the squares. Okay?
Yeah, I need that. They need one bad before the break here.
Yep. All right. Yeah, is this their last game before the break too?
No, but
Okay.
I think they maybe have one or 2 more. That's what most teams do.
No,
they have one.
They have one
They have
tomorrow.
one more.
Okay.
Lightning.
All right. So if they don't come through, we'll double dip. We'll take them against the Lightning.
That game, Panthers Lightning should not be allowed to be the last game before break. That is, people are going to die in that game. Literally going to die.
Could be another goalie fight.
There might be, yeah. Somebody is going to get put on the IR in that game.
Okay. Well, good timing then, I guess, with the break. All right, you got some time to rest up. All right. Jovan, you want to take us to your first straight bet?
Yeah. You know why I'm here, Krabs. Has to be done.
Yep.
They just won their Super Bowl over the weekend. Kentucky did, which we kind of sniffed out and kind of figured that just the way that whole emotional swing of the series goes between Cal and his former team, it's usually, and it played out the same way last year, like whatever the momentum is going into that game, the opposite happens. And what do you know? An ice-cold Kentucky team who couldn't really seem to figure it out against a Arkansas team that had everything rolling for them at the moment. Kentucky went in and upset them on the road. What do you know now? Not only are you right after that game, but you are also looking forward to a Tennessee rematch towards this weekend. So the game that's in between, you come back home feeling fat, happy, and complacent against an Oklahoma team that is absolutely reeling. They're sharp in a lot of spots. They're sharp this weekend, which I think you got involved on that one, but I was holding back patiently because I didn't want to do it. And what do you know? They had a second half collapse. That's pretty typical of them to this point. It's
Yep.
really just the shooters at this point in those games because they have no real strong big presence. The good thing is that's exactly what you kind of want against Kentucky. You're going to have to outshoot them in this game. And after a game where you kind of did it against Texas for a while before it eventually started to unfold, and you went a little colder from the field. They had a couple injuries, I guess, in the bigs that are going to be back today. I think McGee's going to be fine. But I think this is the perfect match for them to keep this one close. As bad as they've been, they've lost 8 in a row. They've had their fair share of games. I mean, they didn't cover last game and it ended up being a wider margin than it was the entire game, but they've had some heartbreakers. I think this one screams a game that ends up going to the last possession. Maybe you get some dramatic stuff at the end in the favor of Kentucky, but I think this is going to be a close game. I have no choice but to back the Sooners.
Love this play. If you didn't put it on the sharp report, I would have. Love it. Love it. All right. Awesome. Let's move. We'll come back to that's just a ridiculous play you have up there for play number 2, but we'll save it. We'll save it. I don't think anybody else on the planet is going to be locking that one in, which could be a good thing. So we'll come back to it. We got a couple subbies and stream streaks here as well, Jovan. We got Bankston getting involved with a resub. W. Bankston, 11 months. Appreciate you, my man. Talk to me when we get to 12. Okay, that'll be a big month for you. We got Jay Thorpe as well coming in with a 105 stream streak. W. Jay Thorpe, my man. 105 streams in a row. And that includes the 3 a.m. stream that Rav fired up the other night for Tennessee. You guys were pissed about. That killed some of your streaks. So that means Jay Thorpe was in there, up and moving in the wee hours of the night. Impressive.
That's hard.
Impressive. A lot of heart being shown. A lot of heart being shown. All right. Yeah, Nigel Pack in the big 2-6. Yep, we are betting him. Love that play from you, Jovan. Great sell job. Okay.
Sure.
What do you think about the Tide today, my man? I hope you like them.
Yeah, you kind of like the Tide.
Good. Seems like the Sharps do. Seems like the books are a little bit scared. People betting on Alabama today. They're moving that lineup from 5.5 to 8.5 as we get a subby coming in from Money Habits. Sure. Let's go, Money Habits. Attaboy. We appreciate you. Also, before I forget, side notes, we will be selling hats at the Super Bowl party. So if you're trying to buy a new hat, this colorway is fresh, the brown and the cream color. If you're trying to get involved and try to buy, a new fresh lids, bring your wallets. I believe we will be accepting credit cards and virtual payments. But excited to sell some of these hats at the Super Bowl party. These things are fresh, man. Fresh. They got the little thing on the inside to keep the hat safe. That's how you know it's a high quality product. W. Bookit hats. And W. Alabama -8.5. Look, Bama's catching steam. Bama's coming off a loss. Jovan, they've lost 2 of their last 3 games, actually. Texas A&M, Buckyball, they are firing on all cylinders right now. They've covered a bunch of games in a row. They've won 4 games in a row. They're 14-7 against the spreads. Problem is, Bama owns them. Bama's beaten them 4 of the last 5 times they've played. Bama typically has A&M's number. And I love the spot here with Bama coming off an embarrassing loss to Florida. That game meant more for Florida. You heard the coach talking about it, saying, hey, they got an NBA guy coming back to play for them. Well, we're still going to beat them. So that was Florida's Super Bowl, and they came through and they spanked Alabama in that game. Coming off that loss, though, Jovan, I think this is the perfect time to back Bama. They lost to Tennessee recently as well. Sure, in between there, they mixed in a win and a cover against Mizzou. That game doesn't count, respectfully. Mizzou is nothing special on the hardwoods. But this Bama team catching all the steam is looking to be funny, Jovan. You've got an interesting angle as well in this game with former Alabama Tide member. You got Rylan Griffin playing for Texas A&M. He's been one of the better players so far this season as well. Thought about maybe fading him, but this one might simply mean more for Rylan Griffin. He might be jacking shots. So that could end up being a good thing or a bad thing for Bama. But we'll talk about another fade on this team here in a little bit when we get to the squares. But love the spot for Bama, a team with a worse record against a hotter team in A&M who's just overperforming out the wazoo. They've won and covered 4 straight games in a row. The perfect fade spot, and seeing Bama catch all this steam here at home, this looks like an absolute blowout. I think Bama does to A&M today what Florida just did to Bama over the weekend. That's what I'm expecting here. I think it's all Tides, and they win this game by 10+.
Sure. Can certainly get down for that.
Okay. Dubs. All right. Appreciate the subbies again, Goats. Money Habits, Bankston, Sade Whiteman. You guys are goated. All right, Jovan, let's talk about this nasty team total.
I need you to read that chat from Madol as well.
Krabs forgot to mention Kyle Drones was
Kyron.
added to the Montreal. Kyron Drones
Yes.
was added to a Montreal's negotiation list for the CFL a few days back. Dude.
He'd be a great short yardage
I
quarterback.
was going to say, he'd be that backup role that Jovan always talks about, where the backup QB just comes in a run.
Yeah.
Dude.
Comes
He's
in
so
for
heading up to
brotherlies.
Canada. Unbelievable, bro.
Max Duggan's was doing the same thing at the end of last season. Could
Now
join
what's he
him.
doing? Waiting tables?
I don't know. The season ended. He was actually starting like real games towards the end because the team
Wow.
was super hurt. But that's what he was doing first.
Very cool. That's insane. Imagine. I cannot wait to hear what happens with Mr. Kyron Drones. We will be fading his first game. That's for sure. All right.
Oh, he ain't gonna be starting.
Let's hear about this team total over for what is that, Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle, the Redhawks. I don't know if they're playing in their small gym or the big one tonight, but would love to see that big ass inflatable Red Hawk in the corner if possible. But they're playing Pepperdine tonight. Pepperdine is absolutely god awful, but I don't know. This game looks incredibly telling to me for a couple of different reasons. Like Seattle, purely off the team total number, they haven't gone over this once in WCC play, or they've only gone over it once. And frankly, like the one time they went over it was shockingly against St. Mary's in a game they got porked in. But against a lot of these other teams, especially in the games they're winning, they're not going over this number. The current spread that's sitting at 12.5, haven't won a game like that in conference play. Haven't covered that spread, even in the games that they've actually won. So it's kind of setting up for a knucketing, or looks like a knucketing to me. And it makes a little bit of sense too, because Pepperdine, one of the reasons they're so bad, the entirety of their front court is just giant. I mean, a lot of their roster too is just giant Eastern European guys. And I say giant in like air quotes. They're all like stretch bigs. None of them can defend the rim. None of them can protect the rim. They're all not huge either. So any team with like decent bigs is absolutely thrashing them. And Seattle, that's kind of all they have. They have Braden Maldonado, who's a good guard, but they have two bigs, Will Heimbra and Junsuck Yo, that are going to absolutely feast in this game. So like they have golden matchups. If you look at like the games that they've had their better offensive performances, it's a lot of times when they're playing these smaller teams, and both of those guys can get looks whenever they can and shoot over the top of guys at the rim. So I think this is setting up for them to have a really good offensive performance. I don't know the fact that like I don't know why, because they've been held under 70 points through their last 4 games. They've been under 60 in their last 2. This total, for whatever reason, is the biggest line move on the board. It went up from 131.5 to like now you're seeing 137 or 137.5, which a line move that big in a game like this really doesn't make much sense to me. I think I want to kind of lean into that, and I think it makes a little bit of basketball sense too. So I think they're going in and dropping absolute nuck. Pepperdine can play a little faster. This one might be a shootout that they simply can't defend them in.
All right. Back at some points for Seattle. Seattle's got an interesting stadium. They got this giant inflatable, I think it's like a Seahawk or something. It's like a giant bird.
Yeah, it's just sitting perched. It's always perched in the corner.
A big ass balloon.
Like super small gym.
It's like the Ram on Night Sweats, but
it literally it's the Ram, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yep. If you guys are tuning in tonight to that game, you'll see the giant Seahawk in the corner.
Yeah, right? Whenever they're going on that left side of the broadcast, it's just perched.
Yep. All right. W straight bet. We'll come back to the NBA there in a moment. I got one more CBB play for you, and I saved my best for last, chat. It's got to be Stanford tonight. Has to be. Has to be Okori. Has to be Stanford's. Did a write-up about this play last night. Posted on the Bookit website. If you want to go check it out, please do. It has to be Stanford. It has to be Okori. They have to stop the bleeding tonight. 4 straight losses, and they're catching steam, Jovan, against a ranked Clemson team. They're actually down to 3.5 most places now. They were at 4.5 last night. Why is Clemson down to 3.5? They're ranked 20. They're winning a lot of games. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're 18-4. Stanford's been struggling. Stanford's second best player is out. Why is Stanford catching steam? I'll tell you why. Because this Stanford team is going to pick up the pace. They're going to make Clemson uncomfortable, and Okori is uncoverable. You could talk about how Clemson wins basketball games. It's typically with their defense. Okay? They're a tight-knit unit. They don't have a guy who scores 20 points a game. They got a lot of guys who score, 8 to 12. Tight-knit unit. But on the roads, late night game out there in Stanford, this game could get weird. And I'm expecting it to get weird. And I think Stanford could pull off the upset, win this game outright. The best player on the floor by far in this game is Okori. I don't know if anybody can match up with him in the ACC, let alone on this Clemson team that, sure, they play good defense, but if it was going to be a rout, would we be seeing this total moving up to 138.5? Probably not. You'd probably see that total dropping to the lower 130s if they thought Clemson was going to win this game and take care of business. So the total moving up is a great sign for Stanford, a team that likes to run a little bit more than Clemson does. I like Okori to get it done tonight. I'm rolling with the Cardinal. I'm back in Stanford. Should have taken him last night at plus 4.5 when I did the article. I took him at 4 this morning. Now it's at 3.5. Looks like one of the sharpest plays on the college basketball slate for tonight. And my favorite play by far, Stanford, Okori on the spread.
Shout out. Really just Okori and friends.
Yep. Okori and a bunch of useless role players, to be honest.
The worst players in the history of the game.
I will say I do like one of these kids. He's a glue guy. He's been at Stanford all 4 years. This Geeler kid, who's not very good, Benny Geeler, the senior Cali kids, pretty much rose up the ranks, averaged like 1 to 4 points per game his first 3 seasons. And this year he's taken on a bigger role. He's lucky number 5. I like this kid's style. I like his mojo. I like his aura out there on the court. Benny Geeler, look out for him to make an impact on this game tonight, whether it's grabbing a couple boards, a couple dimes, or putting up, hopefully 10-plus points to help this team cover tonight. He's been much more effective offensively in his senior season. Certainly a glue guy, Benny Geeler, and they're going to need a lot out of him tonight, considering Akpara is done for the season. I mean, he was actually a good ball player down low for this team. Without him, they have yet to figure it out, but if there's one time for them to do it and Okori to go nuclear, it's tonight against this Clemson team when they're down to 3.5 on the spread.
Sure. I'm in on that.
Okay. That's a long flight from Clemson out there to Cali.
It's a fat trip.
Yep. Fat trip, super late game. Love it. All right. 10 p.m. Eastern. That's the latest game Clemson will play all year.
Yeah. Wow. Clemson's staying out there too. They play Cal on Saturday.
Interesting.
The whole trip.
Interesting. Yeah, Stanford ain't winning, or Clemson ain't winning both those games. So let's keep our eyes peeled over the weekend if this one doesn't come through tonight. But I have a feeling we're not going to have to worry about that.
Would be goated.
Okay. All right, take us to the NBA. Hilarious you're taking the Clippers after they just traded away Harden. Could be the move.
Yeah, they play.
Wow.
They play. Yeah.
Are these guys going to play tonight?
No, I don't think so.
That's so
Garland's been out for eons, so I mean
Okay.
he's hurt anyway. But Harden, I think, would have to clear physicals and stuff, which would all be too quick anyway.
Okay.
But I don't really care. Why I'm here. They just traded him away. Apparently, a lot of the team, a lot of the brass was not very happy about how it went down, and the fact that it kind of came out of left field a little bit because they were starting to play well, starting to gel, and what do you know? He wants out, pulls the plug. Again, probably something behind the scenes that we really don't know, but this is the first official game since the trade, and what do you know? They happen to be playing the team that Harden decided, or I guess he didn't decide, but he's going to because he thinks that there's a better option for him to win. What is Kawhi going to do? Probably be super rare, fired up Kawhi. You don't get that very much. He's not an emotional guy, but he's going to have the ball in his hands ever since Harden's been out for these couple games. He's not only bringing the ball up the court, but he's playmaking. He's obviously being super aggressive, but you also have him. Then you have Chris Dunn and Kobe Sanders are probably going to be starting at guards. They've been good on the defensive side of the ball. John Collins can stretch the floor against the bigs down there, which I think is a great matchup. He's probably my favorite guy I would take on Prize Picks for this game, but I think it's a great basketball matchup for the Clippers to come in and upset them in this game. But with the angle, I mean, how can you not in this one? Both them and Oklahoma are plays that I can't not click today.
Love it. Love the angle here. Back in the Clippers after trading away their star. I'm in.
Yeah.
Wow, the Tacos went 0-3 yesterday. Riddle me shocked, Rita. Wow.
Yeah, they put something about fading their taco surgeon or whatever because he couldn't pick the right players. Okay.
Was it him? I thought people voted on them.
I don't know.
I
it was a
thought
meme.
they vote in the Discord, but maybe the person who
it was
gives
a
the
meme.
options or some shit. I don't know.
That's the one thing I will never understand about the people who just bitch about the tacos not hitting.
Yeah.
You all picked it.
For immediate
There-
release,
there
Prize
was a
Picks
poll
fires
of a
taco
billion
shop.
options.
Mm.
You picked it.
Yep. Yeah, they vote in the Prize Picks Discord every
Literally.
day.
Yeah.
Or every Tuesday or whatever for the tacos. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, dude, they made the call. Prize Picks is rigged. They gave us a shit taco. You picked the taco. You had options. But
People just
I
love
do
bitching,
love
man.
that. I do kind of love super rare that Kawhi is after a full fade yesterday.
Yes.
Got to give the people something. But I think John Collins is the guy anyway.
John Collins played pretty good last game. I was actually watching that late night in the apartment. And I love John Collins. Hardworking player. Matt Gauthier has a good question for you here, Jovan. He says, would you take Seattle spread or the full game over if you live in a state without college team totals? First off, Matt Gauthier, move. Move. There's 49 other states. Move. Jovan, what would you do?
Probably go the over.
Okay.
Ride with that crazy line move, especially being the I don't know, the lines of the bigger favorites around just over the double digits mark have not been going so well.
Okay.
So I kind of figure out a different way to play them. That would probably be mine.
Do that thing with your camera where you put your hand in front of it and it refocuses.
Oh, didn't work.
No. Oh, yeah, it did.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
it did.
There you go.
Very kind. Great work. All right. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, this guy McLovin he hates my guts a weird amount. He should probably worry more about his own life, but he says Vegas wants people to think that since they got rid of Harden, like Krabs said, that it's going to be a blowout, but will be the opposite. That's why the Clippers plus 2.5 or plus 3.5 alt is the move. Oh, he likes your play. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm really following that thought process, but sure.
I go. He's saying the same thing pretty much.
Okay.
It's a buy bad news spot.
Yeah, it is.
Which, to be honest, in the NBA, there hasn't really been that many of them comparatively to the last couple of seasons because everybody's hurt or everybody's not playing at this point. There hasn't been a clear play outside of Chauncey Billups going to prison for gambling and us taking the Blazers.
Adam said Krabs peep Greaves goals allowed. Chicago coming off a 6-goal game, and he's coming off of 2 bad games. Wow, good find. Mr. Jet Greaves might be locked in. Speaking of goals allowed squares.
Nah.
We talk about one that I like just a little bit better than Mr. Jet Greaves. Just a little bit better. I don't want to hear it, Mr. Wheelspin. I don't want to hear it. All right, go start shopping for some V8 online. See if they can dash it to you. Save yourself a trip. Mr. Sergey Bobrovsky, a.k.a. Playoff Bob, who's been dog shit this whole season. He's been pretty bad recently as well. He seemed a little off. He's been a little off, and that's been one of the main reasons why this Florida team has taken a step back, along with their offense as well. But he's certainly been a main factor, right? He does not look like the same guy we've seen be locked down in net the last couple of years, especially in the playoffs. So something has to give, something has to change. And I do like the under in this game between Boston and Florida. I'm seeing that under 6.5 now down to minus 115. And after Boston has been splooging with plenty of goals, they've won 3 of their last 5. They're coming off a 5-6 loss against Tampa in that game we all watched. In the game I had the combo SOG square that actually went more than double the number and cost me $5,000. That game was cinema, right? Fights, comebacks, great game, Stadium Series game, right? Boston's coming off that high-scoring affair. Are they going to run it back after that game where they absolutely blew it and put up another 5-piece? Probably not. And we're also seeing Florida coming off an over as well in their last game. So I like fading points, fading goals in this game, however you want to call it, whatever you want to say. I like the under in this game. And you guys already know I like the Panthers, and they're catching some serious steam now as well throughout the afternoon. Florida ain't winning this game if Playoff Bob gives up 3+ goals. I'll tell you right now. And seeing them catch all that steam on the ML, seeing the under catch steam at 6.5 tells me that Jovan, we're getting a snoozer. We're getting a nasty, low-scoring affair. And Playoff Bob is about to be on his head in the net.
That would be goated.
Okay?
Might need that.
Let's talk about Mr. Marcus Hill. Marcus Hill, the senior, started at Bowling Green, I believe. I think he was at NC State for a year as well. And now he's made his way to Texas A&M. He's averaging 10.5 points per game. He's been a pretty solid role player for this A&M team, buckyball, a team that's changed their entire identity after Buzz leaves. More of a defensive, physical guy. You have Bucky come in and completely change everything for this offense. They like to run, fast tempo, fast pace, a lot of shots, a lot of offense. And you've seen guys like Marcus Hill benefit from that. The senior, well, he's going to have his hands full in this game tonight against an angry, pissed off Alabama team on their home floor with some revenge on their mind after 2 losses in their last 3 games. And Jovan, like I said, I thought about fading Rylan Griffin. I don't want to get involved on Rylan Griffin. I almost got there with Rylan Griffin less than 1.5 assists because those 1.5 assists squares have been going less than a ton on Prize Picks of late. I still like that square. Maybe I'll pair that with Jet Reeves. But I like Marcus Hill less than points better. Jovan, he's averaging 10.5 points typically on Prize Picks in college basketball, give or take. They're pretty much putting up guys for whatever they're averaging, points per game wise, in CBB. It's really, you don't need to overthink it much. They might tweak it a little bit here or there based off opponents, based off of high totals, low totals. And in a game with a pretty high total in this Bama game, in a game on paper, Jovan, wouldn't you think at least the square thought would be Texas A&M, Buckyball versus Bama? Points, right? You're getting a lot of points in that game. Both teams like to run, right?
Yeah.
Well, Marcus Hill, who averages 10.5 points per game, is up on Prize Picks for only 9 points. A little bit lower than his season average. I thought that was pretty weird. And I want to get involved. And I'll tell you right now, Marcus Hill, he ain't getting double-digit points. Not against a pissed off, angry Bama team looking to get some revenge and get their lick back after a couple shit games.
Might need that. Might need that really bad.
Okay. What are you cooking up over there? I want to lock in the Sharp Report format here.
Well, Krabs, what do you think about this square?
The SBR POD.
Oh.
Hey, the SBR POD hit last night with the Paul first half. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, they did. Wow,
So let's hope you can stay hot.
Pretty sure they didn't cover the full game, too, did they?
I don't know what the full game spread was. I took the first half, but I think they lost by 13. They kept it within that number, yeah.
I think it was in single digits.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm
that was
pretty
sharp from
got some
SBR.
serious FOMO not playing DePaul and not playing St. Bonaventure yesterday. Took the wrong place. Took the wrong cake.
Yeah,
Anyways,
12%. Shut up.
Javon, I want to hear the sell job on Mr. Debanza. And I guess I'll preface it by saying when that spread dropped last night for this game today, obviously my brain's thinking, okay, State there. Weird shit happens in Stillwater. 5.5 point spread is pretty low. Woke up this morning, spread's at 7.5. So I'm probably off of Oklahoma State. So, and I see the revenge angle after a couple shit performances.
It's probably better, to be honest with you, that the game would stay close. Because, like, it's kind of what I think is going to happen, at least for a little bit. I think the game's going to be competitive. I don't think it's going to be a straight route, which is good to both keep him in the game and keep him involved. But not only, like, backing him off of, 6 for 12, not incredibly inefficient, but, like, he didn't do much or get many shots off in that game against Kansas until, like, the back end of the first half and the second half. They were defending him pretty well. And then the Arizona game was peak dog shit, 6 for 24, of course.
Yep.
He does well against, these shittier defenses, just like the Utah game. They're a pretty comparable defense to Oklahoma State, 15 of 24 in that game. That was his 43-point game. But Oklahoma State, not only are they, I think, tied with Utah or right around Utah as the worst defense in the Big 12, but they also, like, don't really have anybody to defend him. So, like, not only, like, they get destroyed by scoring wings pretty much the entirety of it. A little bit is because they play so fast, but a little bit is because they really don't have, like, a good point of attack defender with any sort of size. So, like, they can't really guard him. So, like, this is the perfect game for him to absolutely be a me guy. And I can guarantee you, after a week where they just lost both games, which was a huge, huge swing moment, not just in the Darren Peterson game itself, but the whole outside of the week that he played like dog shit in both games, that swung the narrative of the draft pretty hard towards Darren Peterson in his favor. Now you get a game where you get to stat pad, frankly, against a dog shit defense and a team that this game is going to be pretty high scoring. I'd be shocked if BYU doesn't put up 90 and push 100 in this game. And I still think it's going to be a pretty competitive game for a lot because they can score as well. What better game to take him? Like, I know it's a bounce back narrative against a shit defense that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be on. I frankly don't care. He's going to drop Nuck tonight.
Okay.
So I'm in on DeBonzo.
Yep.
And I'll get a little nastier for you. Take Kata PR today.
Okay.
Which sneaky. I don't think people realize it because people haven't really flipped the switch of the Rockets yet. But now that Steven Adams is like out for the year, the Rockets' paint defense has been not just like not as good. It's been awful. They're one of the worst paint defenses now in the NBA, and they've not just like volume wise, but efficiency wise too. Sengun is Gerber baby food in the paint, and their backup is old ass Clint Capella off the bench. Bigs have been tearing them to shreds. Now you look at this, you're like, it's not really what the Celtics want to do anyway. They want to shoot a bunch of threes, but against this defense, you can probably assume that a team that is so analytically based as the Celtics are, like they take their shots against these really weak paint defenses a lot. I think he's going to be getting fed tonight in the inside, and nobody can guard him on the inside either. So like this is going to be a pretty efficient matchup, I think, for Keita. I also think the total in this game continues to get lower and lower, which sure is a Rockets tax, but they've also been getting thrashed on the boards too since Steven Adams has been out, which is not reinventing the wheel saying that because he's one of the most efficient rebounders and really makes a difference for the entire onset of that team. But again, great matchup for him. It's probably not a better one out there. So I want to take him and ride this little streak until they figure out something a little different.
Okay. I'm not seeing Keita up on the board. Can you check
Maybe
the Carfax for me on that?
Has to do with what we're seeing in chat, that they might have just ruled out some of the other guys on the team.
I bet.
So he'll probably be out. Probably back up.
Okay. Cool. You could always replace it with Zion less than rebounds.
Good.
Just saying, back pocket. Keep that in mind.
Good.
Because I just locked that in with Jet Greaves, less than 2.5 goals allowed, and Ryan Griffin, less than 1.5 assists.
No.
Zion Williamson has a 9.5 rebounds demon on the pop tab. You can take a 6.5 less than rebounds after he's had 10, 11, 7, 5, and 11 in his last 5. So that demon looks free. Surely he gets 10, right? He ain't even getting 7. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he ain't getting 7.
You could fade John Camden too.
Oh, could have made it a 4-piece.
That's your splooge of year.
Brutal. Another square that I like, honorable mention, and I could certainly get down with fading Mr. John Camden. Fat Hill. Fat Hill. What a name. Fat Hill is up for 12.5 points against Duquesne. Duquesne owns George Mason. They've beaten him the last 5 years they played, which is honestly pretty crazy. If you think about it, the way that both programs have been trending, Duquesne still has their number. And after George Mason just had an over in their last game, which are very hard to come by for George Mason. They love playing unders, gritty games, low scoring. They play defense, right? Their last game did soar over, and they had to go on a crazy run to end that game. And the total in this game is dropping from 147.5 to 145.5. I like Fat Hill. Literally F-A-T-T Hill. Fat Hill. Less than 12.5 points against Duquesne.
Shout out Fat.
Shout out Fat Hill.
I get down with that.
Yep. So keep those squares back pocket if you need them. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Those are back pocket.
Dubs. And chat, let us know if Keita goes back up on the boards. All right? Awesome. Any thoughts on Man City versus Newcastle?
Yeah, I'm not that tapped anymore, man.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. Awesome. Kawhi taco just dropped. Yeah, Sage. Honestly, Jovan said it perfectly. It's probably not a taco you want to get in the way of. After last night, all 3 tacos, I believe, lost. So, could be a good time to buy low on the taco.
Right. I'll be right back. Can you just take me off real quick?
Okay. All right. Dubs. Brian C., thanks for the stream streak, my man. We appreciate you. All right. You guys are stuck with me for a little bit. Javon's going to deal with some apartment stuff real quick. Let's dive into the Pikkit splits. It's kind of a cool camera. There you go. There it goes. W's. Appreciate you, Goots. We'll take a peep at the Pikkit splits here in a moment. W Kawhi taco. That's a taco I could get behind. Okay, that's a little handout boost I could get behind. W Goots. W Pikkit splits. Somebody in the chat asked for the Celtics splits and some thoughts on that game, so we can go ahead and start with that. They asked very politely in the chat. Wow, that total's down to 213.5. When's the last time you guys have seen a total at 213.5 in a regular season game in the NBA? When's the last time? Been a while. That's for sure. Celtics up from 4.5 to 5.5 on the spreads, which is kind of weird if you're looking at the money. Look at all the people betting on the Celtics on spreads. Huh. Look at all the bets on the over as well. Interesting. I'll tell you what's hitting in this game. It's the under. That total is low as heck. Why is that total so low? Their injuries. Is Jaylen Brown out? Looks like he's doubtful. Maybe it does make a little bit of sense. Also, the Celtics have hit the under in 5 straight games. I'd say I lean Houston and I lean the under in this game. Houston up to 5.5. Reverse line movement. And I like the under. But am I going to bet the under after 5 straight unders for Boston? Probably not. And we know Houston likes to play a little bit of defense. So if there was going to be a game where the total will be dropping and be low, I'm not surprised that it is a Houston game. Okay? I'd say the play here is Houston. A lot of injuries, defensive teams. Yeah, you guys don't think that total's that weird being that low with the injuries? Okay. Rockets are under machines. You're right. You're right. Give me the Rockets on the spread here. 5.5 against the Celtics. Okay? Both teams are playing pretty good right now. Wizards are showing interest in Sabonis per Shams. Why? Why? If we trade Denny Avdia because he doesn't fit our rebuild timeline, why are we going to trade for Sabonis? Why? I'm not buying that. All right. Awesome. Let's take a peep at some other NBA games. I want to give you guys some reads here if there are any other games I was eyeing. We got the Goots Bowl tonight. We got the Spurs versus OKC. Once again, I feel like these teams have played 10 times this year.
Why do they play this much?
They play so much. This
It's
has
like
to be the
this-
4th and final time these guys play this year.
Yeah, I would think.
Right? Yeah, this will be... I mean, they've already played 4 times.
So 5.
This will be the 5th time these guys play.
The cup games.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cup games don't count. Okay.
That added more games.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've seen these games be pretty lopsided overall. Sure, OKC got their lick back in that last one. They held the Spurs to under 100 points. They dominated. But the 3 games before that, the Spurs won. 3 of the 4 games went under. Both teams are playing relatively the same right now. More unders than overs of late, especially the Spurs. Both teams have won 3 of their last 5 games. They're not playing their best ball, but they're not playing bad. This is tough. I thought OKC opened up a favorite with some respect, but it's still the defending champions who did beat them last time. I thought this line would be around a pick 'em. We saw OKC open up -2.5. Now they're down to -1.5. You check the splits here. Looks like people are betting on the Spurs on the spreads, but OKC on the money line, and that probably matters more in this spot because of how short the odds are on the ML. Either way, you're probably seeing more ML bets overall in this game than spread bets, considering how short the spread even is. OKC is a little bit public in this game on the ML there. I don't know what I like. I probably would lean Goots' Spurs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go Spurs, go.
Memphis and Sacramento. I almost took Sacramento. Sacramento hasn't won a game since the Vietnam War. And they're favorites today against Memphis, who just won a game. And that for them is like their Super Bowl. That's how bad that team is right now. They're just happy they got 1 win. I like the Kings as favorites. I do. Jovan? Oh. Okay. Won't be betting the Kings then. Won't be betting them. W insight, W analysis. Okay. W's. Big Cheesy likes him though. All right. I think that's probably it for the NBA, at least for me. Jovan, do you have any other looks? I kind of like the Rockets. I don't know if you heard that or not, but I like the Rockets against the Celtics.
Yeah, that definitely is not a very crabby play after the injury news.
Okay.
I will say. Yeah, Hauser and Brown just got ruled out pretty much, which is kind of nuck.
Okay.
I don't think I have too much else in the NBA. I do think OKC wins tonight.
Ooh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to some NHL really quick. I want to see if there's any other Jovan leans on the ice. You like anything else?
I mean, gun to my head. First of all, I mean, I think the squarer play that probably hits tonight is the Oilers, which I know they've lost 2 in a row, but Flames have actually sneakily been incredibly lucky over the past couple of games, and not to say that like they've won a bunch of games doing it. They've won like 1 out of the past like 6 or 7, but they shouldn't. Dustin Wolf has been keeping them in games with insane saves. So is Cooley when he's played too. I feel like the Oilers are probably going to hop all over them tonight, so I don't mind that square spot. And then I always do love fading, just like I did with the Preds when they were involved in the same exact spot, the Avs bounce back spot that everybody always hops in on, even though it's against the Sharks. So like it's a team people like more than otherwise, but it's a Sharks team that I don't want to say is like kind of running out of steam, but after 3 straight pretty bad performances, one of them being in the Booper Bowl when it was Bedard Celebrini in the last game, kind of like the Sharks.
Hi. All right. Kind of likes the Sharks, folks. Would you fade Edmonton coming off of back-to-back L's? You said that's a square play, but would you fade them?
No, I like them.
You like them to win, bounce back? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Any other early looks? God, every time I look at Florida, they're even fatter favorites. Okay.
Yeah, they're running. Holy. Nah, Krabs. Nah. AD to the Wizards. Nah.
And D'Angelo Russell.
What?
Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Braum, Marvin Bagley, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-rounders.
Bro, what?
We gave up 2 first-round picks and 3
You
second
gave
rounders?
up 2 first-round picks and 3 second-rounders, yes. For
Dog.
Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, and D'Angelo Russell. And Dante Exum.
Dude, what? I didn't even know Dante Exum was still in league.
I'd love to get a peep at D'Angelo Russell's stats for this season. Can we get a look at those, Goots?
He ain't even been playing. Well, what are they cooking, dude? What are they actually cooking?
We have all these draft picks. We have all this draft capital. People are saying we're on the path to be the next Thunder with all the young talent we have on the team. Plenty of picks coming up. You already traded for Trae Young, which I like personally. I liked having one veteran me guy on the team. Lead a bunch of young guys, a bunch of newbies, right? But you add a second veteran who's always hurt into the fold. And you trade for him, and you give up 2 firsts and 3 seconds, 5 picks for AD, who plays half the season, if that, at the end of his career. 5 picks.
That is a lot. I don't know if I get that one.
What's
Like,
D. Russ been doing this year, Goots?
Not
there he
much.
10 points per game. Nice.
It's just like on paper, that seems really cool that they're going to have Trae Young and AD next season in all likelihood with, I guess, all of their young guys around them. It's just like they mortgaged a lot of their future for that. And both those guys can't stay healthy. And I'm sure they're not incredibly motivated to stay healthy playing in DC either. It's just like, I hate young teams or shit teams and shit orgs trading their picks for aging stars. I don't get it.
Fair point by the chat. I mean, the one and only Casper says respectfully, y'all don't draft well anyways, so fuck the picks. Sure.
I mean, not wrong, but like I guess they've been better lately. Sar, Kaishan, Bilal are all pretty solid pieces to have
Yeah.
around the core that you just kind of traded for.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the crazier part, I guess, is the fact that the Mavs traded Luca for Bagels pretty much.
Essentially nothing.
Even though the only reason they got Cooper Flag and got the first pick was 100% because of what they did. Still, I think everybody's pretty much in agreement that there's something going on there. But regardless, that trade was horrid. It looks somehow even worse.
Yeah. One of the picks you gave is the 28th through the 30th selection this year, so it could be worse. Okay.
Oh, it's an OKC pick, probably.
Do we still have a first rounder for next year?
I don't know if it's specified what picks it is yet, like what year's first round it is.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know how I'm feeling about it.
What does that do for Kyrie? Is he staying? Why would he even want to stay?
W Subby coming in from James Leone. Welcome AD to DC. God, stupid ass glasses, man.
Like,
look, okay. AD's probably not going to play the rest of the year. That's fine.
Yeah.
Trae Young's not playing the rest of the year. That's fine. Let's get these boys ready for next year. Starting lineup of, and can somebody confirm, do we have a first round pick for next year still? Do the Wizards still have their first round pick next season? Can somebody confirm that in the chat?
Needs to be confirmed.
I like Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy's a decent ball player. I'm not too happy about D'Angelo Russell. It seems like when we brought in Nick Young a couple years ago and he was useless and went out to the bars more than he dropped points.
Yeah, it's a me guy. D-Russ me guy.
Yeah. As of now, yes, from what I see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because that pick this year is very valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get a top 5 pick because, Slender Man always screws us over.
Yeah.
Big Baldy never gives us a handout pick. Okay,
Big
so
Baldy.
picture this. AD, Sar, George, Trey Johnson, Trey Young, Bilal Coulibaly coming off the bench.
Yeah. I mean, it's on paper, it's a good squad. Like,
I've seen worse.
especially in the East. Like, that's probably a pinnacle.
That might be a
team.
play-in tournament team.
Until AD gets hurt.
Yeah, the problem is, can him and Trey Young stay healthy at this point in their careers?
No shot.
Probably not, but I mean, I don't know. I think Trey Young this year is going to do exactly or next year is going to do exactly what Russ did with the Wizards. It's like it's his prove it time. Get kind of pushed out for the first time. He's going to put up numbers. His goal is going to be go out there and put up 30 and 15 every single game.
Yeah.
It's like it's going to work. They're going to be a playoff team, regardless of what AD does, probably.
Okay.
But I don't know. Interested to see what else they do and where they land in the lottery, of course, because I feel like that kind of shifts the whole deal.
Yeah, neither guy's suiting up this year. We got to keep tanking. Yep. Certainly do not have my hopes set up for AD to be healthy, P-Dub, that's for sure. Side things, what's up, Beast? Need a winner today, Krabs and Jovan. Also insane how you don't follow me, Krabs. Feelings hurt. I'm sorry, Side things. It's tough out here, man. I don't just be giving handout follows. I appreciate the tenacity and the heart, though. Side things, I do. Okay? DeBonso on that roster would be elite if we could somehow get the number 2 overall pick. He could get involved and have him, AD, Sar as our bigs. That'd be pretty fire. Yeah, Trey, Kaishan, AD, Sar. Yeah, I don't hate it. Big F. At least they're trying, man. They're making moves.
Yeah.
They're not waiting around. Do I love that they gave up 5 picks for AD? That's a lot of picks, man.
It's a lot of picks.
No, I don't like that. But if we draft somebody who's good, we're just going to trade him away anyways. So fuck the picks.
Yeah.
On paper, this is a
Sure.
playoff team.
I wonder what they do. Obviously, depending on where they land, but like, if they're probably going to be outside the top 2, I would think. I don't know if the NBA is going to let that happen.
Yeah.
It's like, where do they go if it's no DeBonsa, no?
Well, it gives me a little bit more hope for Slenderman to maybe bless up the Wizards for the first time ever. If we're making moves, we're buying, stars at the deadline, like Trae Young and AD. Maybe they'll say, oh, this team is one piece away from being cool and helping grow the sport. Maybe. Before it made sense.
I was thinking of like the teams that are badly needing like a spark. I would say number 1 on that list is probably the Kings.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if they don't coincidentally end up with the best draw or the number 1 or number 2
in the NBA,
pick.
the teams that need a spark don't necessarily get the handout first overall picks. It's the markets that the NBA wants to see grow and shine. Because the NBA,
that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying like basketball needs a spark. I was saying like the Kings have been in a cycle of rat shit, it seems, for the entirety of it. Like they made the playoffs against the Warriors. That was the most exciting year, most exciting team they've had. And now we're back doing the same moose shit trades. That market seems to be not as invested. That's the team that I figure they'd want to get a little goosage to.
Yeah, the Wizards have been a dog shit team for 10 years. I don't think they care about bringing back a team to be good and relevant. I think they care about a couple niche or a couple markets, like Dallas, right? Dallas got that handout first overall pick somehow, some way. That's a program they want to revive. The Spurs with Wemby a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's a great ball club. It was struggling for seconds, but overall was a solid, respectable, a team where they fill up the seats as well. I doubt people fill up the seats out there in Sacramento, respectfully. I know they don't fill up the seats in DC.
I know. That's why I'm saying giving them DeBonsa and or Peterson is probably pretty important.
Who, the Wizards or the Kings?
I mean, you could argue both, but I was saying the Kings.
If the Wizards haven't gotten a handout in the last 10 years, why are the Kings going to get one?
They might need one.
The Wizards need one.
Well, the Wizards have had their chances. Like, they just have blown them with shitty drafts.
We'd never, ever get a good pick.
Yeah.
You know how they drop the odds for every team to get the number 1 pick? Or they even drop the odds for, like, the highest chance of this team to get this pick. We always get a worse pick than we're supposed to get every year because we don't fill seats. Slenderman doesn't give a fuck about the Wizards. They've been bad for decades, just like the Kings. I don't feel like there's a need for the Kings to get a handout right now. They're a dead team in a state with 3 other teams, and nobody goes to the games. Now, the fact that the Wizards now have Trae Young and Anthony Davis, maybe Slenderman thinks, we give this team one handout for the first time in decades, and they're a playoff team. That could be good for the NBA. Maybe it's our time to get the handout first overall pick.
Could be.
Or even second. I'll take seconds.
Yeah.
Third would be tricky because do we need Boozer now that we have AD and Sar? Probably not. We'd have the best bigs of all time, but
that's what I was saying. Because like after them, it's either a big, it's either like Boozer or Caleb Wilson, or it's a point guard. So like you can draft like another big to play with AD and Sar, but do you want to do that at 3 or 4? I don't know. Do you want to draft like a Kingston Flemings right after there when you have Trae Young? I don't know. It's like if they're not in the top 2, I feel like they're in a pretty weird spot.
Yeah. All right. This could be the year we get a handout, Mr. Adam Silver. We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope. All right. Enough yapping about the Wizards. Crazy trade. At least they're trying shit, man. At least they're trying shit. I can't be too mad about it. And yeah, those picks are all pretty much from getting Bradley Beal off this fucking ball team. So yeah, we pretty much just traded Bradley Beal, who's a me guy and a loser. We pretty much just traded a loser for Anthony Davis. So if you think about it like that, it's not too bad. right? A lot of those picks
Yeah.
weren't even ours.
Yeah, not
Okay.
wrong.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, if the Wiz get the Bonza, that would be, program changing.
Yeah, I think wherever DeBonson and Peterson go, seats are going to be filled. It just
Yeah.
comes down to where the NBA wants that to happen.
Yep. Okay. What other teams are? Let me pull up the NBA standings real quick.
The Pacers are interesting. I think
Yeah,
they're
because all the injuries they've had this year. They were just in the championship last year. That's a team. They get one little spark, they're right back into relevance, right, after a down year. So that's a good point.
Yeah. Jared McCain to the
They
Thunder.
love basketball. Jared McCain to the Thunder.
Why?
Huh. Such a Trent guy. Jared McCain. Such
Even
a Trent
good.
guy. All right. Yeah, I could certainly see the Pacers getting a handout from the NBA, right? Because they'd be right back into relevance. I mean, does the NBA give a fuck about the Nets? No, they don't. If they have, they would have given them a handout over the years. They don't give a hoot about the Nets. Bucks are another team, though. Like, maybe if Giannis gets traded or even not, I could so see them, if Giannis stays, the NBA saying, all right, if they're not going to trade Giannis and he's just going to be rotting away in Milwaukee, why don't we give them the handout number 1 pick?
Yeah.
I could so see that.
That is very Mavs reminiscent.
I could so see that. Yes. That's honestly where I put my money right now to win the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
In the rigged lottery, which, by the way, if you don't think the NBA lottery is rigged, I don't know what to tell you. Read a book. Learn something. Okay? That shit could not be more rigged. It's more rigged than a 7-Eleven slot machine. Okay? Again, the Kings, Jovan, I just don't see it. They're in last place in the Western Conference. Pelicans are interesting as well, where maybe they give Zion a buddy. Maybe they give Slim Zion a buddy. Will it matter? Probably not, but I wouldn't say they're the least relevant team. They're not relevant, but they're probably a little bit more relevant than the Kings. The Jazz.
The Bulls would be interesting too.
Mm.
I feel like they've had a lot of chances to do it, I guess, over the past couple of years. But now that the Bulls have finally started to kind of blow it up,
Yeah,
that would be a good market to revive.
Yeah. The Jazz. What if they keep the Bonsa out there in Utah?
Oh, that would
Try to convert all those BYU fans to being Utah fans. I could see that.
That would be just.
But yeah, my best bet is Slenderman still screws over the Wizards. We have a better chance to get a handout this year for sure, now that we have 2 actual relevant stars on our team. But I'm putting the eggs in the Milwaukee Bucks, giving Giannis a buddy basket. That's who's getting the number 1 overall pick. We'll come back to this clip, dudes, in a couple weeks or months, I guess, once they have the draft, because I guarantee you it's going to be the Bucks.
Yeah, if Giannis is on the move, there's going to be some weird activity.
Yep. All right, let's move. Let's do a squad ride. We're already overtime today, so let's go ahead and get involved. Let's go ahead and run that poll. Goots, do me a favor, my man, if you're around, if you're local, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Stanford has to go in here.
Okay.
I'm seeing what the consensus line is right now. I'm seeing all 3.5s.
Okay.
I think Oklahoma has to go in here from Utah.
Yeah, we're booming sooner. Literally booming.
Are we still getting 9.5s there? Let's see.
Let's do some double checks.
I'm seeing 9.5s, 9s, and 1 8.5. 2 8.5s. Maybe we give out a 9 line there. I'm seeing a lot of juicy 9.5s. I'm seeing some 9s, and I'm seeing 1 or 2 8.5s. Maybe we meet in the middle there.
Yeah, we can do 9.
Plus 9. How confident are you feeling in the Clippers?
I mean, that's a run the ball play. Got pissed off Clippers playing against, I wish, James Harden, but at least the team that he's on now.
Mm-hmm.
Must be done. Feel pretty good about the Clippers. If it was any other team, I would probably say that was my favorite play.
I think we put the Clippers in here. We make it a 3-piece. We keep it simple today.
That sounds maw.
I think we keep it simple today. We go 3 plays, 3 winners. We go Stanford plus 3.5, Oklahoma plus 9, and we go Clippers plus 2.5. 3 plays, 3 winners.
3 plays, 3 fucking.
3 plays, 3 winners. I think that's the move. Okay? We're going to go 3 plays, 3 winners here, chat. We're going to go Stanford plus 3.5, Oklahoma plus 9, and the Clippers plus 2.5. Okay? 3 plays, 3 winners. All right?
Where's Prime, man? Prime better be dialed in.
The link is in the chat. If you want to go vote, go. Get involved. Hurry up. The poll is up on X. Bookit BTL X. Get your votes in. Come on. Go check out the new shiny poll that's on Twitter. Pretty cool. No, we're not using it today. That's okay. Okay. Maybe we do the squad rides a little earlier in the future. That could probably help. Yeah. Okay. All right. You don't want to just download all 1,000 teams that play? Have them ready?
Nope.
Get your votes in, chat. Come on, get those votes in. Stanford plus 3.5, Oklahoma plus 9, Clippers plus 2.5. Furman, I don't know why you're gassing up the Virginia Cavs for beating Pitt yesterday.
Covered.
Yeah.
Shout out.
They did cover. Yep. They covered against a team that could beat anybody on any given night. They did.
Beat anybody.
They did. Get those votes in, chat. You got a couple minutes left. We do not need the squad ride poll back on Twitch. Golden vibes. Nice try, though. We don't. We will never have the squad ride poll on the Twitch ever again. Ever. And that's not because of us.
Game of Eon this weekend.
Ooh.
Hokies heading to Raleigh.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, wait.
Big game against NC State. Yep. Big game.
Do you have any eyes on that game last night? I mean, I feel like that's every SMU game at this point.
Yep. Yeah, we had eyeballs on it.
Always
It was on the big TV. Yep.
That was sweat of a year.
We had plenty of eyeballs on that puppy. I mean, NC State couldn't miss a fucking shot, dude.
No, second half they're smoking out Joe Madden.
They could
Crazy
not miss. They could not miss a 3.
It's their game.
3 plays, 3 winners. 3 plays, 3 winners. Yeah, Chipper, they are working, so it's probably on your end, my man. We're all looking at the polls. They're all working just fine. We have over 70 votes already.
He's just bitching at the actual plays. The difference is, regardless of whether if it's on Twitter, we actually have a squad ride. If it's in the Twitch chat, we intentionally tie the poll so we have no squad ride.
Strictly for memes, too.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are we gonna do?
Strictly for memes. Yep. Coach Nochi, you probably weren't in here in the beginning. I made a statement already. So watch the entire show. Go back and rewatch on the YouTube if you want.
Kentucky, Tennessee is going to be cinema. Saturday could be slate of year. That might be an actual declaration. I was just taking a look. Might be slate of year.
No, there will not be a surge stream again, Madol. We're recording a pod this week to talk about the Super Bowl, Spicy 3 Avi.
Certainties. Drum, bro. Drum. What is that?
He's sustaining a abdominal strain. Will be reevaluated following the All-Star break.
Nah.
All fluff, huh?
All fluff.
You hate to hear that. You hate to hear
Yeah.
it.
Just gives him an excuse.
All right. Get those votes in chat. Last call. If you want to lock in your vote for the squad ride poll, now's the time. Get those votes in. Drum said if the squad ride hits today, I'll give 20 subs tomorrow. Wow, Drum, you're him. You're him. We got Cohen's Cake getting involved saying, let's cash today, gents. W resub Cohen Cake. We appreciate you, boss. Okay. It's a close battle for the squad ride poll. Last call. You want to get involved? Now's the time. Get involved.
Holy battle of year here.
Yeah, it's a very close poll, yes.
Nah.
And it's going to be the Clippers plus 2.5. Okay.
Wow. The Clips.
Clippers plus 2.5. Sure.
Win that poll.
All right. Awesome. Squad ride Clippers plus 2.5 W's. Let's climb out of this hole. Let's end this cold streak. Let's find green tonight. Let's see some green tonight. Let's smack a squad ride, please. Okay. Yeah, guys, we will never have the squad ride poll on Twitch ever again. So that's just not even worth anybody's time. That will never happen again. We appreciate you guys. Okay, W stream today. We'll be back tomorrow as well. We don't have a Manscaped code yet. So wait. Do not purchase any Manscaped products yet. Wait till we get the promo codes so we can get you guys a discount, save you guys some money. Okay, just hold off. We're working on it. We're trying. Okay. I promise. I promise. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's smack a squad ride tonight. Please. Clippers plus 2.5. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be.
A little bit.
Peace.
We're out.
Word. I got to go let this intern in.
Yep.